If you clicked on this video, it's because either you or someone that you know is struggling and plateauing in the gym. Luckily, I've been through many plateaus, and it feels like sometimes that you are running against a brick wall that you can't break through no matter how hard you're running through. Here I am to tell you 4 things that I implemented into my training that has broken me through many plateaus and has transformed my physique. Tip number 1, you are likely training way too hard on yourself and training way past failure. If you are doing these things, you are making it really hard for your body to progress and recover. You need to think, if you're not progressing, you are not recovering properly. So if you're doing drop sets and intensifiers all the time, you are hindering your progress. You are making it harder on your body to progress, literally making it harder for you to recover. What benefit do drop sets and intensifiers really have if your main goal is progression? You can't really progress a drop set, and you can't really do it every single time you go to the gym. And you're telling me when you do it on your sets that it's consistent every single exercise, especially if you have, let's say, a chest press first, you do a drop set, and then you're doing drop sets on other things. You think all these drop sets are equal? I really would stop doing it, and it's something that I cut out. What I started implementing was training 0 to 1 reps in reserve. What does this mean? So 0 reps in reserve means you're at your 8th rep, and your next rep is gonna be so bad that you're gonna be on, gym TikTok because you look like an idiot in the gym. 1 RIR is when you're at 8 reps, your 9th rep would be your last, and then your 10th rep will be the one that puts you on gym TikTok. I started doing this, and it makes my life easier because it's easier to repeat doing 0 to 1 RIR on all my exercises. It doesn't really matter what you do, it's really preference. You can do 0 RIR on all of them, you can do 1 RIR on all of them, you can do a mix. It's really up to you. You need to figure that out yourself. But if you start doing these for a month, I promise you it'll be way easier for your body to recover, and it'll be way easier for you to progress because you're actually doing something that's consistent every single time. So please try adding 0 to 1 RIR in your training program. Tip number 2, you need to look at your training program and make sure that you are sticking to it. You can't be switching exercises all the time, and that even means like staying on the same machine. You can't be switching exercises all the time. You need to pick 1 to 2 exercises per muscle group and stick to them. And it literally means the same machine. Doesn't mean going on a different variant of a chest press at your gym. It literally means going on the same chest press every single time. I used to do this when I was plateauing a lot. And the reason that I was doing this is because I was plateauing, and I thought, okay, if I switch my exercise, then I will stop plateauing. And it would work because I would get a short-term progression, and I thought that was real progress. But it's not. Every time you switch an exercise, your body is making an adaptation to the new thing you do. So every time you switch, your body's making an adaptation, and that's where you get that short little progression window. But then long term, you don't get it unless you stick with it. So please stick with 1 to 2 exercises each muscle group and stick with them for months. Anytime you progress on the machine, that's real progress. And if you aren't progressing, like I said, you're not recovering properly. So I've talked about the intensifiers, switching exercises all the time, how if you're not progressing, you aren't recovering properly. So how do you recover properly? You need to check your variables. Are you eating properly? Are you sleeping properly? Managing your stress. If you're doing all of those, then it's 100% a training program. And even if some of those variables are iffy, I would literally focus on the training program the most. That's the most important thing. When I was plateauing all the time, I used to be doing 16 plus sets for each muscle a week. When I dropped to 8 to 12 sets per muscle a week, my progress exploded. I actually recovered. You are a lot stronger than you think. And I promise you, if you slash your volume in half and went down to 8 to 12 sets a week, that you would be able to push a lot more weight. You'll be able to recover a lot easier. And what is the point of doing all these sets anyway? How are you supposed to even do 20 sets of chest in a week? I used to go to the gym and then do 2 different presses and then do a chest fly. That doesn't even make sense. I remember doing 1 press. Why am I doing a second one? Just stick to 8 to 12. That's all you need to grow. If you're pushing yourself properly and trying to progress and add on weight every session, that's all you need. You'll be just fine. I promise you, just stick to 8 to 12 sets a week and you'll be able to recover and push way more weight. Way more weight. Again, if you're not progressing, think of it as a recovery issue. And it's almost 100% of the time a training problem. If your program is requiring too much of you and doing too much volume, you won't progress because your body simply will not recover and it won't let you progress. So this brings me to my last tip. Do not try to rush progress by adjusting your form. And let's say on the bench, you lift your butt off completely because you want to get that last rep so you can have your progression. This is something I've been recently doing, and I faced a little bit of a plateau for a bit because I was not having my form standardized. You need to drop the weight if your form is inconsistent every single time, and making sure that your form is correct, and then keep on repeating it every single time. And you need to standardize your form in order to progress properly. If every single time you're squirming around to get your last rep out, that's not sustainable. That's really not sustainable at all. It's not worth anything at all. It's just fatiguing yourself more. You're making it inconsistent on yourself. You really will never do the same exact form every single time if you're squirming around. So you need to standardize the form, make sure that it's good. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It really doesn't. There's science behind your form. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. But if you're able to to consistently repeat your form, it's going to be good enough. It's going to be relatively good, your form. So you need to make sure that it's the same form every single time so that you can know for sure that every time you actually progress, it's real progression. These are the themes I'm trying to get at, is you need to force yourself to be in a situation where you're getting real progression. And if you're not, then you take a step back, you look at your program. Are you recovering properly? Are you doing too many sets? Are your variables checked in? And if all of these things are checked in, then you could drop a dislike on this video and tell me to never post a video again. But I promise you, if you stick to all these things that I talked about in this video, if you try these things and you don't see progress, you're either doing something wrong. Please feel free to message me on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. I have an email in my YouTube description. You can ask me questions. I'm here to help. So if you want more content like this, I posted lifting videos and more in-depth how-tos, and thank you.